Hello, everyone. My name is Brendan, and welcome to Our Life in Horror. And today we are going to be doing a physical media video, one that I kind of planned to have at the beginning of January, but we just didn't end up getting around to it. So now we're kind of halfway through, just about at the end of January. It's the 19th now. But we're going to be talking about our 10 physical media predictions of the year, which is very exciting. And I do have a very special guest on with me. You all know him. He's the returning face of Our Life in Horror. We got Beau, Mr. Critic After Dark. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back again.
Oh, anytime, anytime. Why don't you take a quick second here and share what you do?
Uh right now I basically just do your channel. If you want to find me, it's right here. Um yeah, I'm up in the air. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got it, like I said last time, I got all kinds of things that I want to do. It's just actually doing it is the hard part. But yeah, eventually I'll figure out what my channel is and get a steady stream of videos rolling. Until then, just bear with me, and you can find me right here on Our Life in Horror.
Well, don't forget about your letterbox because you are constantly putting stuff out.
Well, yeah. I watch a lot of movies. It's kind of why I struggle with the YouTube, keeping up with the videos, because I'm just always watching something. And then the movie will come finish, and I'm like, oh, I should put up a video. And then I'm just like, nah, I'll watch another movie. So, yeah. Follow me on Letterbox if you want to see crazy lists and all kinds of stuff on there.
Yeah. All right, awesome. I'm just gonna take a moment to hit up the chat here real quick before we get into our physical media predictions list of the year. I guess quick homework or quick housekeeping. We do have our award show in February. I'm sure if Sam is watching, she'll be throwing up the link at some point. So that is super exciting. If you guys want, you guys can send in your favorite movie of last year. Just email it to us, and we can get you the description of what we would like you guys to do. Sam's got all this stuff right now somewhere, and I just can never seem to find it. But all right, we got Ryan Swayze in the house. Hello, Ryan, the best channel mod around. Thank you so much. And guys, do not forget to like and subscribe. Share this video; it helps a lot. Thank you. We got Chester Franklin. Hello, Mister.
Hey.
Oh, we got Rob Humphrey. Okay, I am here until the college football national championship game kicks off. Oh, hello, Rob. We got Wilkie's Movies and Music. Hey, Corey, how are you? We got Joel from Dark Room Reviews. We also got his link. Oh, we got Slasher Radio there. All the links are going to be listed in here because we got the best channel mod around. We got Holland Oates. Hello, Holland.
Hey.
Here's Wilkie's. Here's Corey's channel as well. And there's Joel's. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Also, guys, don't be afraid to throw out your list of your physical media predictions for this year. It'll be very interesting to hear what you guys also have to say. I should have brought my movies out because I do own all these movies. I just think they're going to get re-released this year, but I've totally forgot to grab them.
Yeah, I didn't pull out anything either. I just whipped this list together quickly, so you're gonna get some rando stuff.
All right, Beau. Well, do you want to hit us with your first one? We did pick 10 each. Like me and Beau kind of discussed beforehand, we're not going to have these in any particular order. Just so you guys know.
Yeah. I just wrote down some stuff that I not only hope comes out this year, but I actually predict that it will come out this year. So mark my words. My inside sources tell me.
All right. Well, I'm very curious to hear your list.
All right. I'm going to start off with a non-horror pick. I only have a couple of them, but I'm going to start off with one that isn't horror movie related. And I don't know how many people would care about this, but I do. And that is a Roger Moore's James Bond movies, because I
Oh,
have all of Sean Connery's now, and I have Daniel Craig's collection, and I think it's time that we get Roger Moore's 4K upgrades, because some of my favorite Bond movies came from him in the 70s and even the early 80s, actually, with Octopussy. One of the worst actual movies, but I mean, with that title alone, it needs a 4K on my shelf. So yeah, I think that those are going to come out this year. First, it will come out in a box set, and then they'll get individual releases, just like they did with Sean Connery's movies. You never know, but I just hope to have them all. I want all the movies in individual. I got all the Sean Connery ones in individual releases, just because I like it on my shelf that way. Like,
yeah.
I prefer to just have them all like in order of release, side by side. So if they continue that, I would be extremely happy. Have you
I think
seen
that's
Roger Moore's James Bond movies?
no. I grew up in the '90s, right? So Pierce Brosnan was my, James Bond, and
Yeah, he'll be
I got a
next.
soft spot. Yeah, like he's got to be up there at too at some point, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Roger Moore did the most Bond movies, so I'm assuming he'll be next, and then Pierce Brosnan, and then maybe they'll give us the other three movies with Timothy Dalton and the 1969 guy, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I can never remember his name because he only did one. But yeah, that they'll probably save those for the end, I'm guessing, for the completionist. But
yeah, you got to do like the general actor first that took over for that decade or whatever of James Bond movies, right? That makes sense.
exactly. But yeah, I've always been a huge Bond fan. I just throw that one in there. I know Rob hates James Bond. He said it in the last episode.
Yeah, he did.
Probably get
And
some
there he
more
is
hate.
again.
Yeah, there we go.
I think I think that's a pretty safe bet. I mean, you already got all the Daniel Craig movies on 4K, and then you got the Sean Connery ones. It just makes sense to move up the ladder
Yeah,
of
just
decades. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. So, and I think it will happen this year. That's an easy prediction.
Okay. I also went with like more so like easier predictions, but then there's also some that I kind of hope that happens. Um, so I'll get this one out of the way just because I do think that this is most likely to come this year because of I put a lot of Warner Brothers movies down here because of course what's happening, right?
Yep,
Um,
sure.
just because it seems to make sense that they would try to, and other companies, boutique labels will try to put out this content before anybody else. So I'm gonna go. Rob's gonna fucking hate this, but I'm gonna go with I Am Legend with Will Smith, the
Nice.
movie we did last week, because I have a feeling that 4K is super old.
Yeah, it's an original like 4K release.
Yeah, so it doesn't have an upgraded soundtrack. It doesn't have the Dolby Vision in it either as well. So I think Arrow Video or potentially Vinegar Syndrome, who also just signed this contract with Warner Brothers, I think one of those two will be putting this movie out in a special edition with Dolby Vision and possibly a new Dolby Atmos soundtrack.
For
It's
sure.
not quite. It's what, almost 20 years. I think it's not quite
Yeah,
it's 19 years I think we're hitting this year, so it's not quite its 20 years mark, but I don't know how much longer you're going to have before Netflix is like, no, we're not putting out physical media anymore. So I think this is going to be the year.
agreed. And I think that it's a good time too, because all of us collectors are scared that we're not going to be getting Warner Brothers movies ever again.
Mhm.
So you start pumping them out, like their whole catalog basically could be a prediction. That they just start pumping them out, and people will buy them because it might be the last time you ever get to. So
Yeah.
it's like, I know I've been on a spree. I've been buying up the Warner Archive. It's Warner Archive to me it should be a boutique label. It's like Warner Brothers, the boutique label of them, because they do such great restorations on those Blu-ray releases. that it's kind of crazy. So I've been buying the shit out of those. I've built a pretty good collection of them, just in case, because I like some of the movies. They've been on my watch list for years, and I'm like, I want this in my collection, and now it's down to the final couple of years, so it's now or never for me.
Yeah, it's nice. They just did a bunch of announcements too for that Warner archive. I saw on Dawn of the Discs is usually where I get my physical media news from. So he just like I think there's like 6 or 7 of them announced.
Yeah, they're pumping them all out, which is also scary. It also means that even they think that they're at their end, because all of a sudden we got like before it was like 2 a month maybe. Now we got like 7 coming out in the next couple of months. So either they're just milking the cow and they're like, oh, people's hype's up about this and we can use it, or they actually do fear that they won't be around. So
yeah, that's true. I'm just going to take a minute to say hello to Swift here. What's going on, Swifty? We got Horror 365's link here as well. And then Kayla is here as well. Mrs. Critic After Dark calling out Rob. Excellent. Yeah.
He won't elaborate. Just saying.
No, of course
His
not. He'll just say
opinion is set in stone without explanation.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Hit me with your next pick.
All right. Next, I'm going to go with. I'll jump over to horror this time. I'm going to say that after we get Scream 7 next month in theaters, that we're going to get a full Scream 4K box set put out with all 7 movies. Just because I know it's not going to be the end of the Scream series, because, I mean, it never is for these kind of series. But I think that this is going to end Neve Campbell's storyline, this movie. I think that's the last one she'll be in. That's what I personally think. And I think it would be a good spot to just give us a 7-movie 4K collection. I'm missing one of the movies on 4K. I don't even know if Scream 4 has ever come out on 4K. I don't think so. It's the only one I don't have on 4K. So I'm hoping that we just get a nice Scream box. It doesn't have to be anything ridiculous from a boutique label. Just put the darn movies together and give it to me in one set. That's what I think that will happen. That's an actual prediction, not just hope. We'll see, though.
It's so hard, man. The Scream movies have been so all over the place. So with the account of their releases, like I bitch about this all the time, but that Scream trilogy 4K box set was such a wasted opportunity to call it Wes Craven's Scream quadrilogy.
Yeah, I know. It's like the Halloween series. Like, it's broken into different sections at this point. So it's hard to put them all as one, because it's not a continuing storyline, really. But they are. Like, Neve Campbell's in all but one, right?
Yeah, she was just like in a cameo in 6. Like, you could almost title it the Sidney Prescott saga, but
exactly something like that.
But and then like their new blue 4K releases are weird, because they'll when Scream 2022 came out, they looped it together with the original Scream movie in a 4K 2-pack.
Yep.
And then when Scream 6 came out, they did Scream 5 and Scream 6 together in a 4K set. But it's what's going on? There's no plan here. You guys got no direction of what's happening here with this franchise and its physical media releases.
Exactly. And I know it's a out there prediction, but I think they'll get their shit together and be like, all right, let's just put a box set out. They can charge a lot for it. It's 7 movies on 4K. And I'm guessing most collectors would buy it because, like I said, most of us are missing one of the movies at least on 4K. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a sure bet seller. So
for sure, you pull a Scream Nightmare on Elm Street kind of deal with that. 7 movies, individual steel books, and then later come out with a Scream just like a standard edition 4K set.
Yep, that's what I have for the Nightmare. It's just the standard. But I'd be happy with that too for the Scream movies.
Yeah, I would be too. So I definitely agree, and I think it was. I don't know why 4 hasn't been put out on the 4K yet. There was an announcement or a leak that it will be coming to 4K this year. But if they do it, man, I hope they tone down those fucking brights. Everybody looks so washed out and just blown out. It's insane.
That is true, actually. Yeah, it could use a little bit of working.
Oh yeah, it definitely needs a tweak here or there. That was a great pick, man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, just a bit hopeful, but you never know.
Well, I'm definitely going to go with an easy one for my next one, just because I have a feeling that Criterion is going to be upgrading this movie for sure, and that's Guillermo del Toro's The Devil's Backbone will be getting a 4K release. I don't know when they did Kronos, but they did Kronos not that long ago. They re-released it on 4K. All of his other movies have a 4K release. The Shape of Water, Pan's Labyrinth. That wasn't Criterion, but somebody did put it out on 4K.
Yeah, Mimic came out.
Mimic, K&L Studios.
All of them, actually. Every movie. And I'm going to loop my next thing in with yours, because my next one was going to be that we are going to get Frankenstein this year as well from Criterion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense. 2 Guillermo movies in one pick here. Because I looked up and Pinocchio came out on Netflix in December of 2022. And then exactly 1 year later, in December of 2023, it got its 4K release from Criterion. So I'm assuming this December, because Frankenstein came out in December as well, I believe, on Netflix. So I'm guessing this December we'll get our 4K release of Frankenstein to complete that. I'm guessing there's some kind of deal there he has, like it's an exclusive to Netflix for 1 year probably, before it's allowed to get a physical, something like that, I'm guessing.
I could definitely see that, yeah. So that way Netflix gets to keep the viewership for a year, and then physical media collectors get it after that.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, to me that's kind of it's more of a guarantee than a guess, but than a prediction. But yeah, but with Devil's Backbone, yeah, I have that on Criterion, the Blu-ray. But so if they give us the 4K, I hope they at least give us like a little bit of packaging change as well.
I don't know, because the Kronos 4K is the exact same design and everything, right?
Yeah, it's the exact same case. Like you could you can honestly just take the 4K case out and put it in your Blu-ray case, and it would be the exact same.
Yeah, they did that the same thing too with like Videodrome and Night of the Living Dead as well. Like they got no new updated artwork. It was all the same. The only thing was different was a 4K disc in there.
Yeah, I know. And they charge a lot extra for it too. I noticed. Yeah. I was just about to purchase, to jump off topic for a second, I was about to purchase the movie Flow that came out last year. It's like an animated kids movie that won some Academy Awards, and I haven't seen it, and it looked beautiful, like what I seen of it. So I was like, oh, I'll go buy the 4K. It came out from Criterion, and then I look at it, and it's like $70, and the Blu-ray's only $45, and they both come in the exact same case. Like, you're paying $25 just for the 4K disc, you bastards. It better look a lot better for that price.
Oh, I know, man. It's so I like Criterion. Like I have like just like the smallest handful of Criterion movies, just because they're minimum 50, 55.
Yeah, $50 to $100 each here.
Yeah, and I feel like the $55 is like an on sale price.
It is. With a new release, like when they first come out, if it's a 4K release, it's usually like $74.99, which is a lot. That's a lot of money to pay for one movie. Like you're moving into video game territory at that point. And video games take like years to make. These are just scans of a movie. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Come on.
especially with no probably added. I don't know if Criterion actually adds extra features when they do their re-releases or not. I'm not sure about that.
Some of my releases, I buy a lot of like foreign movies from Criterion, and a lot of them have never before seen uh supplements, they call them, their special features. They have a lot of those that they just made themselves, but then most of it's archival.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure just because they're such a high end company that you would think that they would add quite a bit. Um, like I would
Yeah.
almost think that like just like by like the way everybody talks about them, they're like the golden standard of physical media, right? So like you would think that they would add in as much as they possibly could to each release.
Yeah, especially with the uprise. Like for the longest time, they were the boutique label. Like they invented it basically. So
Mhm.
it's as all their competition has risen in the last 5 years, and everyone else has given us like Arrow Videos right on their ass, if
Oh
not
yeah.
if not better than them at this point, because of how much work they put into each one of their physical releases. Like they make up all their own special features and give you nice, big, thick, hard boxes, and like they're competing to take over as the big dog, basically. But Criterion, they're just so known that they get the license to all the movies so easily. Like they just got the license to everything, it seems like.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, whatever they ask for, basically, it seems like they get.
Yeah, they probably do actually. If someone Criterion calls one of these main studios and they're like, "Hey, we want to release your movie," I doubt they get a no. It's probably like, "Oh, yeah, what can we do for you?" But
Yeah.
yeah, yep. I hope that happens. It would be cool to have all of Guillermo's movies on 4K. Like they all deserve it. When you're thinking of 4K, you always like I personally, I'm always thinking like the most beautiful movies. They must be on 4K because like that's the whole point. Like it should look like the most beautiful thing I've ever laid my eyes on. So why not have it in the greatest quality possible? And his movies fit that category perfectly.
I agree. I haven't seen The Devil's Backbone or Kronos, so those are a couple movies that I'm dying to see. I think The Devil's Backbone's pretty like tonally dark, isn't it? Like just don't spoil nothing for anybody. Sam hasn't seen it either, and I know she wants
Yep.
to go through his movies, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's got its bright, sunny outdoor scenes, but for the most part, yes. It's in a dark areas, small rooms.
okay. I'm just gonna take a moment to hit up the chat here real quick. We got Sam. Hello. She is watching from work. This poor girl.
Oh, she's still working?
Yeah, she had a container come in last minute, and she's got to unload it, I believe. So yeah, she's still plugging away. What's up, Gory? What up, Gory?
Hey.
Let's see, we got Swift as a Criterion fan. Nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan too. They put out a lot of like old kung fu movies that you can't get anywhere else. So I'm always
Yeah.
happy.
Let's see here. Ryan Swayze saw the Bone Temple yesterday and loved it. That's good.
Yeah, I've been hearing nothing but good things about that. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think everybody. Let's see. Sam is pumped for the next 28 Years Later movie. Hey, Good Real Hunting is here. Hey, everybody. I'm excited for the Screamies. Nice.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, same. I wasn't a fan of Bone Temple, Ryan. It felt disconnected from me. Oh, okay. Okay. I definitely recommend, guys, if you haven't seen the Bone Temple, I recommend going in and seeing it in theaters. Try to boost up those fucking box office numbers because it did not do too hot on its opening weekend.
Yeah, these beginning of the year movies always have it's a weird month releasing a movie in the theater in January. It's a struggling month. Everybody's like home in the cold and you don't want to go outside, and it's a tough release window.
Well, I think too with just critic, like the mixture of critics all over the first film and people being disappointed and some people loving it. It was a very decisive movie.
I'm in that boat, actually. I thought the first movie was okay. I wasn't like super pumped for. I can't wait for the next one, but now I am pumped to see it because all you guys are reviewing it, and all the people I follow on Letterboxd are giving it really high scores. I even got some fives on Letterboxd. I'm like, 5, huh?
Yeah, man, it's shockingly like way better than the first movie. It is. It's a weird moment where like the sequel is better. It's so it's just
It makes sense.
flows better.
Yeah,
I'd
it
say.
makes sense to me that this one would be better because that first one is just trying to world build and let you know that we're in like a Mad Max future, right? And now they can actually
Mhm.
give you some of that and be like, this is what the world's like now.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely like. I mean, the box office numbers were cut in half from the first movie's opening box office numbers, so the movie is in question about a trilogy having that third movie.
Ouch.
So yeah, man, it was a rough opening go. Um, let's see here. Swifty's got a question for us. Say, Brendan and Beau, do you guys get Severin and Vinegar Syndrome releases up there in Canada?
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
Vinegar Syndrome is the most expensive label here in Canada. It's I would say it's even more expensive than Criterion, just because you can order Criterion on things like Amazon, and Vinegar Syndrome isn't even on Amazon. Like the odd release from them will pop up on there, but it's just like crappy little standard editions. You don't get anything special. So Vinegar Syndrome here we have to order right off the website. Shipping is expensive. But Severin, Severin's all over the place. And they're reasonable. I've bought Severin movies for $15 off Amazon.
I
So
don't
yeah.
have too many. Yeah, I don't have too many of either of those labels. I got more Vinegar Syndrome movies, actually. I think looking up there.
More Vinegar than Severin? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did too up until the last year, actually. Last year I got sucked into Severin for a bit. I watched a few movies that came in the Danza Macabre box sets that I have, and I really liked them. I was like, wow, I've never even heard of these movies. And then I watched them and I really liked them. So I started to look into Severin and noticed that they release all kinds of obscure, just you don't know what you're about to watch type movies. And I got in this mood where I'm like, I just want to watch stuff where I have no idea what I'm about to lay my eyes upon. So I bought a shit ton of Severin, yeah.
Yeah, you said you can order Severin's like just right off Amazon too,
Oh
but
yeah,
Vinegar
yeah.
Syndrome, yeah.
Yep. The
Okay.
average Severin movie on Amazon ranges from about 18 to $30, which is reasonable. That's a good price here, especially
Yeah,
for.
that's not bad. What bothers me about Vinegar Syndrome is that like they have a store in Canada and their like prices aren't Canadian, they're all American still.
Yeah, even on their site, like you got to switch it to American dollars. So like I do place the odd order on Vinegar Syndrome's website, and my biggest complaint is how much it costs, obviously. But then my second one is how freaking long it takes to get here. Like, oh my
Oh,
God, I placed an order. And honestly, when it showed up, I had completely forgotten what I even bought. I lost track of even tracking the shipment because it was months. I lied. So I was just like, I don't even care anymore. I'm opening the box. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought that like 5 months ago. So Vinegar Syndrome kind of irks me a little bit, but I do appreciate how obscure some of the movies are that I watch. And I don't know, Vinegar Syndrome is a weird one. We had this
mm,
conversation on the last podcast. Like, I one more quick thing I have to say about them is like I have some releases by them that have like really nice, thick collector editions, basically. And then I'll watch the movie, and when it's over, I'm like, okay, that's the new worst movie I've ever seen. Like that, it takes my new title for literally the worst movie I've ever seen. But yet it's got this beautiful case. And I'm like, who decides to give these movies this kind of treatment? And then I'll be like a couple weeks later, I'll throw on another one. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch a Vinegar Syndrome I haven't seen. Throw it in, and that one becomes my new worst movie I've ever seen of all time. So, but then once in a while, you get a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and you get like releases of they released Howling 2, and that movie is widely acclaimed as just like a piece of shit. And I watched it, and I actually really liked it. It was like, oh wow, like this is actually really good. Christopher Lee stealing the show. So yeah, that's my quick thoughts on Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, love it. We got Absolute Sentinel Thing here in the house. What's going on, man?
Nate?
And then Rob's telling everybody not to go see the Bone Temple. We did a box office draft on Slasher Radio, and I didn't get the Bone Temple. Everybody buy a ticket to see Primate and sneak in to see Bone Temple, please. Rob picked so like their draft is a really funny episode. I actually really liked it. But they pick out movie releases for the year, and then their box office numbers at the end of the year for each movie they picked is the person that's going to win.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So no, Rob, everybody go buy a fucking ticket so we can get the third movie in this trilogy.
Yeah,
don't agree with you.
Worse than an ending, and you don't get the actual ending.
Yeah. Let's see. Got the pregame on TV now. To Bretman, I'm out of here as soon as kickoff. Nice. All right.
We'll kick you.
Well, I guess it's my go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with one that I think, because we talk about this quite a bit with movies like Abigail and some other movies that get a standard Blu-ray release, and then a year or 2 years later, you know, they get a 4K rrelease. I'm gonna go with Hard Eyes getting a 4K release this year.
Yeah, you've been predicting that one since it came out at the beginning of 2025.
I know we're not quite at a year yet, but I do have a feeling this one it's either going to be this year or early next February, which would make sense. But I do have a funny feeling that this one will be coming out to 4K.
I would hope so, but oh man, it has me wondering because of the reviews for it. Like, I love it. I think it's one of the best movies of 2025. But when I go on like Letterboxd, it's not doing too well in the review department on there. It's sitting at like not even a 2.5 out of 5 average.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really low. And then the reviews are just like, man, this movie's shit. I'm like, did we watch different movies? Because I actually thought this was like well written, well performed, everything. So I'm hoping that 4K comes. It deserves one. It is a nice movie to look at. Like a lot of like scenes that would look excellent in 4K.
Yeah, there's a good soundtrack in there as well.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember the score, but it's been a while. I haven't seen it in close to 2 years now, but we will be watching it, I believe, this Valentine's Day, me and Sam. Yeah, I just predict. I think it's an easy prediction just because of like how Abigail,
like there's like 100 of them that came out. Some of them even like a few months after the Blu-ray release.
Yeah, so I just think it's a pretty easy release, I think, for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like it has to get one. Why not? It's ridiculous. The Blu-ray, that's one movie I'm gonna complain about. The price of the damn Blu-ray. It's weird. Some of these movies, like I've said this on your channel multiple times, where I like to like collect entire years, like everything I want. I like to finish it and buy everything. And last year, there's a few movies that came out here in Canada, and they're so expensive. And I don't even know why. Like, they're just standard releases from mainstream companies. Like, another one was the movie Caught Stealing, which I watched it on streaming and loved it. And I was like, oh, I need to buy this. I go on Amazon, and it's like $49.99 for just a standard release. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm not paying $55 with tax. Screw that.
Oh, I know. Well, it's the same with Bone Lake too. You know, you're hitting
Yeah,
$35 to $40 for just a standard Blu-ray. I don't think there's
yeah,
anything extra on it.
that's weird to me. I need to look into what company thinks they can get away with this.
Whatever company it is, it's the same one that's running Hard Eyes. I'm gonna assume.
Hard Eye, that's what brought up this conversation. Is Hard Eyes is in that same boat. I think I paid, like, Kayla bought it off Facebook for me because it was too
Oh, okay.
expensive to buy on Amazon. It was like, it was pushing $50, I believe, just for a standard Blu-ray on Amazon. So I was like, nah, I'm not willing to pay that. And she found someone selling it on Facebook Marketplace. So I was like, all right, I'll take it at that price. That seems a little more down my alley. It was still expensive. It was like $30, $35.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think I paid like around 32 without tax at Sunrise for it, and that was one of Sam's Christmas gifts. So I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll get her that. I'm
Yeah,
like, all
she
right.
was bugging for that for a long time. You kept holding off for this 4K prediction.
I know, because I know as soon as I buy the fucking thing, it's gonna get announced.
Yeah, it'll probably get announced next week.
Probably. Frank just joined in, so I'm gonna say hello to Frank here real quick. What is going on, man?
Hey.
All right, hit us up with your next pick.
All right, where am I going to jump to next? I'm going to go with a more out to lunch pick for my next one here. But not like totally out where it's never going to happen kind of thing. But I think this Christmas we're going to get the entire Universal Monsters 4K collection done. All 30 movies, the originals. Because they did the Dracula release with all the sequels on 4K. And I think instead of doing these one at a time and wasting our collectors' time, because we know they're building up to the big one. Like, they're just selling us all these movies over and over again in steelbook form and regular 4K. I have the big book. I have the whole set on Blu-ray. I just think they're going to give us a nice 4K collection this Christmas. It'll come out like the end of November-ish. And it will just be all 30, 31 if we're lucky with the Spanish Dracula. And it will just wrap her up. Let's get this series done. You know you're going to do it, so just get it done.
You think so?
Yeah, I know it's coming. Like, they're giving us little pieces at a time and just soaking this franchise for the last couple of years. It's like I just bought I bought all the movies on 4K, and then they released the individual like 8 movie collection. That's the one you probably have, right?
Yeah, and then they came before that one. It was like the 4 movies in each in 2 packs.
2 different 4-packs on 4K. And then the big book came, and then they released the Dracula and all of the Dracula sequels in its own little 4K. And then they just gave a few of them steelbook releases on 4K. Like Bride has a steelbook now, Frankenstein. There's a few of those that are out there. At some point, you're just going to have to give us the whole damn thing in one package. And I predict that it's going to happen this year around Christmas.
All right. I think you might be standing alone on that one. I'm not going to get behind that one because I think they're going to milk the fuck out of this. I think they're going to release one franchise at a time.
It's most likely. Yeah, we'll probably get Frankenstein's next, and then Mummies, and then Creature, and then Wolfman. And then 3 years from now, we'll get the final package, probably.
Yeah. Like, how much do you think something like that would cost? You're looking at 30 movies on 4K and one set.
That's the thing. But here's the thing, though. Like, when you add up how many times you're going to buy each one of these individual releases, I know it's marketing, and that makes sense. People feel better paying $80 each for the little releases than just buying it all at once. But, I mean, at the end, after you've bought all these, they're going to release this nice box set with all of them in it. And you're probably going to be tempted to buy that. I know I will, even though I have them multiple times over at this point. But, yeah, you're probably right. That prediction is a little far-fetched. There's still a lot of money to be soaked here before it hits its final release, because that's the end-all, be-all. once they do that box set,
Yeah,
that's it.
there'll be nothing left for them to do. Would they even be able to, like, just because K&L Studios now has the 4K rights to all the Abbott and Costello movies, would they be able to even include those?
Yeah, that is true. Actually, yeah, they just released all those on 4K.
Yeah.
So that would probably put a little bit of a hole in my theory. But
Did 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 the Dracula movie even come with because Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters, right? Would be
yeah, Abbott and Costello. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know if the Dracula one's included in that because there's Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello meet the Mummy, Abbott and Costello meet Wolfman, Jekyll and
yeah.
Hyde.
So it includes Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Yeah, which Dracula is in as well.
Yeah. So now you're looking at double dipping on those movies as well because you just bought them all from K&L.
Yeah. Who knows, man? That's a franchise that they'll probably soak for the rest of my life. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's a hopeful wish. I would like to just get that final set in my collection and not have to worry about it anymore. But
Yeah, from somebody who's been like so like, okay, I have all the original ones on 4K now. I'm done with them because I don't know, like I have the DVD 30 set and
yeah,
like I've been meaning to maybe upgrade it to Blu-ray just because I'm like, it'll still look really good and it'll sound good. So like, why not?
I
But
have
like,
the Blu-ray one, and it is, you can tell the difference from Blu-ray to DVD. I 4K Blu-ray to 4K on some of those old ones. I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to tell much of a difference.
well, the funny thing, Sam went to watch Dracula on the DVD and she was like, I almost had to shut it off. It was almost unwatchable.
It's pretty, you can tell that it's like if you're not used to watching movies that old and you throw on a DVD copy of a movie made before 1950, it's rough. It looks like you're watching it on an old TV that doesn't have a TV changer.
Yeah.
One of the ones you have to get up and turn the knob to change the channel.
So I do think there's a market for it, but it's just depending if people are going to want to do it. Let's see. Putting 30 movies in 4K is like the equivalent of Apple releasing 20 different new iPhones all on the same day. I don't think it's quite that bad, but
that's a pretty deep one there.
Yeah, I bet you the set would go for 275 to 280 easy.
Yes. And I've paid more than that for some of my sets, so, and I'd probably do it again.
Because I think I was just looking at it, and it's not like each movie gets their own individual 4K.
No, you're just giving them all a scan, and a lot of them already have it. Like 10 to 15 of the movies in the box set already have a 4K scan. They already have previous releases, so those are just stick the disc in the new box set. So you're only doing about 15 new 4K scans. That's what you'd be charging for this thing.
Yeah. So it looks like most of the movies will be like, it'll be like the Dracula will of course get its own disc, and then so there will be 4 discs in each set. So disc 2 has 2 movies, disc 3 has 3 movies, and then Abbott and Costello will get its own disc from the looks of it. That's on the Dracula one.
Yeah. So that's probably how all the rest of them would be as well. Just all packaged in one box. Well,
yeah, I think it's an interesting choice. Interesting prediction.
Yeah, it's my out to lunch one. Probably my most out to lunch I have.
Let's see. I have the Blu-ray Universal set. They look great.
I
Don't
agree.
see a reason to upgrade.
I agree, Rob. They do look great on Blu-ray. But that same argument can be made for the entire existence of 4K in itself. Is that I don't see a reason to upgrade, because to the average person, there isn't much of a difference between a 4K and a Blu-ray. Like we notice because we watch a shit ton of movies, but I mean, everyone I know that ever comes over, they think 4K is a complete scam. I've never had a conversation with somebody that isn't a collector that doesn't think 4K is just a big, massive scam. I've had deep arguments with people, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't even see the difference." Then I'll put in my best 4K that I have that I know is like showroom quality.
Yeah.
Go at like a Leon, and they'll still be like, "That doesn't look any different than the Blu-ray or Netflix." I'm like, okay, there's no winning with this argument with you.
Yeah, they just want to be the haters, right? It's the same thing
I
with sound.
Yes, the sound to me is unreal. And here's the thing, you have to have a good setup in order to truly appreciate a 4K. So I get it. So if some people aren't willing to spend the thousands of dollars it takes to put together a pretty awesome home theater, which I did because I don't really leave my house much. So I figured I watch most of my movies here. I might as well invest my money into a good home theater, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate the 4K discs. They rumble. I've had pictures fall off my walls in my house.
I was looking at I was telling Sam, I'm like, you know what? I was looking at like maybe custom building a sound system for the TV, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, how much is that going to cost?" And then I'm like, "Well, I was looking at the receiver, and I'm like,
About
the receiver, yeah, I'm like, the receiver was very expensive." And she's like, "Oh, like how much?" And I'm like, it was like the one receiver I was looking at was like $4,200, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
they can get unbelievably crazy.
yeah,
I only paid like 900 for mine, but that's a lot.
yeah, like
They can get up to $5,000 easily.
yeah, like I was looking at the, was it who's the big number one, Clipshy? Who's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was just browsing their website because I was like, oh, I'm just curious. I wonder if I could price together some stuff. So I started with the receiver, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to price anything else out after that.
Just buy takes you your whole life just to get the receiver. Yeah, you can get ridiculous stuff. I don't have that kind of setup. Mine's only like a few grand, not like 20-30 grand that some people spend. It's crazy how much some people spend on speakers, and it would probably sound freaking awesome, but honestly, I've only paid a little bit compared to that, and I don't even actually think that it could sound better. I would have to hear somebody else show me that it can sound better than what I have at just a reasonable price. So yeah, I recommend upgrading speakers immediately, especially if you want to really freaking feel the true depth of 4K sound, because it's intense and it crisp. Like, it's not
Yeah,
that blasting your ears hurt shit that you get on Blu-rays when you crank them too loud. When you crank a 4K too loud, it's like chest rumbling, ass aching from the rumble. Like it's intense. It's cool.
I agree. Let's see. I fall into that group for the most part. I buy mostly 4Ks now, but if I have the Blu-ray, I am not spending the money to upgrade.
Yep. Everything I just said, I'm put that aside. I'm right there with you. I usually, if I have a Blu-ray, I usually don't upgrade to the 4K. I use that money to buy a movie I don't have on 4K.
Yeah. If I had a huge home theater system, I'd probably only watch stuff like Murder Drone, Fear Street, or Scream. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of movies with sweet fucking like Dolby mixes and stuff, man. It's crazy.
There is. I've had movies where they scare the shit out of me because they did the surround sound so good. Where I literally paused my movie because I thought somebody just like came in my door, shit like that. Because it just you can hear it, truly hear it, especially if you have the high speakers, like the Atmos speakers that go to your roof and aim down. Because like when in action movies, when helicopters or planes are flying over, it actually feels like there's one coming over your house. So it's fucking insane. It's like, what the hell is this? I love it. The problem is once you go forward, you can never go back. So a warning to anybody
Yep.
that if once you get that upgraded 4K, like beautiful TV, and then you start upgrading your sound a little bit at a time, you can't go backwards because you'll just feel depressed when you go to watch a movie and it doesn't sound like it used to. So you can only go forward.
No, I know. And even like you said, even once you start, it's now you want the next fucking thing. That's that's where I'm sitting. I'm like,
true.
I'll buy this
a little bit better.
I know, and I was looking to cheat too. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, "Oh, I wonder if I can like my sound bar." I wonder if maybe I can like buy 2 extra speakers, Bluetooth speakers, put them up on the front right beside the TV to have them kind of pointing at me too, and have like 4 surround speakers in the sound bar.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can't do that, and I
that's why you're looking into the receiver, because you have to have a receiver to do that.
Yeah, like I guess those are just custom built to have that many Bluetooth speakers on it, and I'm like, fuck.
Yes, I know. Hey, I did the same thing when I first started. I'll get off this quick and move on to what we're doing. When I first started building this a few years ago, I just bought one speaker at a time because of the price range. I'm not rich, so I just bought one piece at a time, starting with the receiver. And honestly, like, if you do it that way, it doesn't feel like such a burden. You know what I mean? Like, when obviously if you just go in, you're like, all right, here's $3,000 right up front or something. If you just piece it together one little piece at a time, it doesn't hurt you that much. I also waited for sales too. Like, I sat around, and as soon as the speakers would go on sale, I'd be like, boom, buying that one. Yeah. For a while, I had like a 2-speaker system, and then a month later, I had a 3-speaker system, and then it just kept going, and I just kept adding. It's about that first purchase on the receiver. Make sure you buy one that can hold as many speakers as you actually want at the end. Don't cheap out and buy the one that can only do 4 or 5. Just buy the one that can do like 7 to 9. And then you'll never have to upgrade again.
That's the one I was looking at. It was like the 11.2 channel or something like that.
That's the biggest.
Yeah, I was like, if I'm doing it, I'm going all out, man. So let's see how much that's gonna cost. And then I was like, oh, there, because I also watched this guy. He's like really good. He's a 4K reviewer on YouTube who like has this crazy like 23 channel fucking like home theater system set up, and he does like sound testings and picture quality and stuff like that. But like he has a little diagram that when he's watching the movie, it'll show where the sound is coming from, and like a little ball or whatever. It's a really cool thing. I really wish I could remember what his name is. It's Shane something. But if you look up like Evil Dead Rise 4K review, he'll be on there, and he does like a whole bunch of movies talking about the sound and stuff. So highly recommend going and check that out.
Like a true like audio file where he knows he's pinpointing out exactly where each sound's coming from in each one of the speakers, and showing you what the 4K Dolby truly looked like upgraded, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna segue back here. I'm just gonna hit up a couple comments here real quick. My parents have an insane Calypso set up at their house, tens of thousands of dollars, and a home theater, and they never use it. Oh no.
Yeah, that's my in-laws. They got the built right in the wall speakers and in the roof, like they're right in the roof.
Yep.
Not unattached or nothing, and yeah, they never use it. They did it years ago and were like all into it, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're moving on from collecting movies and carrying." And I'm like, "You motherfuckers! I'm gonna steal your whole basement and carry it over to my house."
Hey, exactly, man. It's kind of, you just gotta wait.
Yeah.
It will be yours one day.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Clock's fucking ticking.
Rob is taking off. We'll have fun with the game, Rob. Hopefully your team wins, buddy. So you guys have a 7.2, I believe.
Yeah. It can do another. It can go up to 9, but our place isn't big enough to do 9 speakers, so I just kept it at 7. 9's too many. I wouldn't even know where. I just have to stick them on my shoulder at that point. One on each one, just point it directly into my ear. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You guys can also do the like you guys have the upfiring speakers or the
Yeah, I got my two Dolby speakers that are specifically made for Dolby Atmos. I have them on the roof at the front, above the TV, and they point downwards. And then I have the 2 bookshelves in the back, the 2 tall boys in the front, and then the sub and the receiver, and one more. Yeah, the center. Forgot about the center speaker.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine. And you can also go into your settings and turn it into 2. Like, even if you have 7 speakers, sometimes the setting on your home theater system, setting it to like just put out sound on all 7 of your speakers isn't always the best option, because you can go in and switch it so that it's a little bit more out of your big boomers in the front and a little bit less out of the back, and you got to adjust it according to what your room looks like. It took me like a year of messing around because I'm no expert. Like you, I was watching other people's videos on YouTube and trying to learn a little from how they did their systems. So basically, I just sat in the middle of my room and fucked with each speaker's sound until it sounded perfect. And
Yeah.
it takes a little bit of time. Every person is different. Like, same with music. Like, some people like their music sounding different than others.
Yeah, of course.
Person to person.
How many have you said so far? I believe I've
done 4.
Okay, I've done 3, so I'll take this one. I'm gonna throw out a shot in the dark. This one's just kind of a shot in the dark. I just kind of want a better treatment for this movie. And thank God Rob left, because he would have absolutely fucking hated this. But I'm gonna go with the Hitcher remake from 2006.
Nice.
I think a nice 4K. I haven't seen it in forever. I remember really liking it when I did watch it, so I'm like maybe like a new 4K restoration would kind of be the way to go to rewatch this movie. I know it's not exactly, considered cinema's masterpiece by any means, but I mean, why not start throwing out some more remakes of the 2000s and just getting a new audience base for them?
I agree totally. And here's the thing: I think a lot of the hate that movie gets is from people like I had never seen the original with Rutger Hauer, who is supposed to be like one of the greatest performances of all time in horror movie history. I had never seen that when I watched The Hitcher for the first time with Sean Bean. So I'm thinking that's why I liked it as much as I do, because I'm guessing that it's just not as good as that original, because it's like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Like, it's hard to compare to some performances.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, I think that's why people didn't like it as much. But I loved Sean Bean in that role. I thought he fucking nailed it. Like, he played a good psycho asshole.
Yeah, that's what I remember too. And I haven't seen it since me and Sam watched it when we first started dating. I've been meaning to go back. I just keep forgetting about it. But we just watched the original last year and really enjoyed it. Like, we thought it was like really well done. But I'm like, I still like that first one. Like, or not the first one, but I still like the first one I watched from this franchise, which was the remake. But I have to go back and give it a rewatch, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. Me too, actually. It's been years since I've watched it.
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you got for your next one?
I will go over here and say that I think we're going to get, and I know I brought this up on our last episode we did as one of my hopeful, but I actually think it's going to happen because I didn't realize that it's the 25th anniversary this year of Jeepers Creepers. On
Oh,
the
okay.
last episode, I predicted, or I didn't predict, I hoped for a future Jeepers Creepers 4K release. And then I realized that it's the 25th anniversary this year. So, what better time than now? Kind of just makes sense. And I think, like, I absolutely freaking love this damn movie. And I think it bugs me because it just doesn't get as, it's one of those movies where you have, like, I remember I have so many memories with it, seeing it in the theater and just loving the fucking creature design on the creeper. I just thought it was like master class. Like his creature design and how he introduces the character just blows my mind at how well done it is. And then all the sequels just get terrible. And it kind of put this character to bed. And it bugs me. I wish they would have just left it at that original. I think it'd be a real cult classic. More people would like the movie, I think. But yeah, I just hope it gets a 4K release. I think it deserves it. I just watched my Blu-ray copy and it doesn't look the greatest. And I know that it can only look so good because it's got that Texas Chainsaw feel where it's like dirty and hot feeling.
Yep.
So it can only look so good, but I think I just want to hear it and see it on 4K. And I think if they're not going to do it now, who the hell, when are they going to do it?
Yeah, who would you like to see put it out?
Obviously, I would prefer a nice Arrow release because to me, they do the best physical media releases when it comes to giving something a special treatment, other than taking out the Blu-ray, which offended me. That's the one thing Arrow Video did a couple years ago, is they used to give you the full package. You get the Blu-ray, you get the Blu-ray special features disc, and you get the 4K on all their major releases. And now, no, it is just the 4K disc, and they stuffed all of the content onto just one 4K disc. But besides that point, I think they do the best actual packaging, like other than some overseas companies. But I think they do the best packaging, and I would prefer them to give us an awesome one. Hey, if you want to throw the number 2 in there too, I'd be happy with that. But do a double feature, double pack.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Do like a Wrath of Clash of the Titans kind of deal with it.
Yep. You can either buy them individually or together as one. Would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. So yeah, I think we're gonna get it this year. It's a 25th anniversary. Makes sense. Usually they have some anniversary editions of movies every year. So that makes sense for me.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. My next pick is going to be probably a wild one too. I believe it's a Sony release. But I think this movie is in desperate need of or not in desperate need of, but I think it'll Adobe Atmos soundtrack for this movie would be so good, and that is Don't Breathe.
Totally, yeah. There's a lot of good dark scenes that would pop in 4K. And then, yeah, the sound, obviously. That's what the whole movie's kind of about.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's kind of like that A Quiet Place, you know what I mean? Like, for how many sounds you get within those movies, it's worth it to have them coming from all around the room or in certain spots. So I think an Adobe Atmos soundtrack edition for Don't Breathe would be excellent. I just think it's flown pretty far under the radar since its release, and I know it's a little controversial because of the one sequence within that movie.
Yeah, love it though. Caught me up.
But still, not that many people talk about it anymore, and I think it was a pretty big hit from the 2010s. So I think if like, and the second one got a 4K release as well. I don't have it, but I didn't really like the second one to begin with.
No.
But I think I think if you were to upgrade the first one to 4K, I think that'd be a huge seller.
Yeah, it would, because I'm guessing, like you said, nobody talks about it much. So I'm guessing nobody's watched it very much since its release.
Yeah, we got to be coming up on an anniversary here too, like 10 years or something.
Yeah, I think it's 2016, isn't it?
Yeah, because Evil Dead was 2013.
Yeah, it's crazy to think 10 years ago was 2016.
Yeah, I know. I'll try not to bring it up.
I know. Every time I think about that, I'm like, holy crap, man! Some of these movies are a decade plus old already. But yeah, I love Don't Breathe. I think it's an excellent movie. Very underappreciated. I watched it not too long ago, a few months ago, and
Oh,
it's
nice.
brutal. Like that to me, I know the ending is controversial, but it's also like it's just brutal. And I mean, people that complain about controversy kind of drive me nuts in movies. Like whine about some crazy little scene like that isn't even un. It's not unwatchable. It's just brutal. But then
Yeah,
you'll go see like art like rip a guy's balls in half and shit and not care. It's like
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Like the scene in question was just so shocking. Audiences didn't see it coming,
And
and that's
that's
what.
usually the ones that get the controversy.
Yeah, that's kind of just what you want, right? Like you want to be shocked in a horror movie, and that movie for sure shit shocked me.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good call.
The second one, not so much. That one kind of ruined it because it's like, no, this guy's a monster. Like he's a brutal monster. And then the second movie, they kind of try and turn him into like the superhero. And I was
Yeah,
like,
the anti-hero.
yeah. Now I'm like, come on, like let's go
Yeah.
back to this guy brutalizing people.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'd love that pick. Appreciate it. A lot of good like scenes in that movie where there's no sound happening whatsoever. So when he's like walking across the room, the sound would be perfect for that because you can just
Yeah.
hear it coming right across your entire room as he's going.
Yeah, or just simple sequences of just like breathing. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
uh, or when he's like, and they're in the basement, and it's like shot in the night vision or whatever, and he's muffling around, and you kind of see him walk by, but you don't hear him, but you hear him breathing as he's walking by.
yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
yeah. Lots of good ones. Lots of good scenes for that.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Ah,
what you
where
got?
do I want
What
to
you got for
go?
your next one?
Um, I'm going to go with now. This one's a controversial pick because it's already got a 4K release, but I want a better one.
No,
So
okay.
it's one of these ones where it's I said I don't even upgrade my Blu-rays to 4K, but with these movies, and it's the Mission Impossible series, which I think are some of the best, most intense action movies ever made, and sound amazing on some of these releases. I want like a freaking awesome Mission Impossible 4K collection because personally, I think they're some of the greatest action movies of all time with some of the greatest action sequences ever filmed. And I want to see them in the best quality possible. So I just want a nice 4K box set. Now, we did get a couple years ago, they released just one of the standard edition 4K box sets that's like the Nightmare on Elm Street one, where it's just they're all stuffed in one plastic case.
Yep.
And I didn't buy it because I already have them on Blu-ray, and I was like, I'm not buying this cheap-looking 4K set for these movies. These are some of my faves, and I want the full deal of these ones. So this is just a personal pick for me because I just want to see them. I want the nice box. I'd even buy one of those like hard boxes that the Nightmare on Elm Street came in with each one in its individual steel book.
Yep.
I would love that. I'll move on because I know it's niche. Not a lot of people care.
Oh,
But
the Mission Impossible movies is like the only franchise that consistently got better after two.
that's the way I feel. Like these things come out. Like the last one disappointed me a little bit, but the one before that and then the one before that, Fallout, blew my mind. The one with Henry Cavill, I freaking love that one.
Yeah,
And then
even Ghost Protocol.
yep, yep. Oh man, there's the one where he's climbing up the side of the skyscraper. if you have a big screen TV, that movie gave me like a mini panic attack when it kept doing some of the. It was like the movie Fall, where it was
Yep.
just like some of the scenes of just looking down when he's climbing that building is it's just brutal, intense, and it made for 4K. Like these are blockbuster films, and I think Blockbuster deserves to be on 4K and nice collectible box sets. That's
I agree. Do you think it'd be cool for a Mission Impossible thing? It's a briefcase.
it's there you go.
You know, if you want to go real gimmicky, you know, do like the briefcase kind of thing, have like each individual movie like in there, and then like have like some special, you know, you can get the Ethan name tag or the MI name tag and stuff, a pair of glasses or something. You can get real gimmicky with a cool 4K set of that.
This message will self-destruct. Little
yeah.
That'd be epic. I'd love it. I would buy
that'd be cool.
That'd be a pre-order for me.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick, man, because I do agree. I do think, like, besides like Steelbooks, what else has it gotten? Because I have seen that standard box set that you were talking about. It's just that
standard plastic thing. That's all. And not even every movie has gotten individual 4K releases. They released the first few, but then they stopped at a certain point because they already had like 4K releases that were just the most standard of standard. And I still just have them all on Blu-ray. I didn't even upgrade them to the 4Ks because I was just like, this is going to get a nice box set one day. And I'm not willing to spend hundreds of dollars to upgrade each one of these when I know I'm going to buy the big one.
Yeah.
And now the last one was the Final Reckoning. And they kind of botched the ending a bit, but they kind of give Tom Cruise his send-off. So it feels like it's time now. And I'm guessing Cruise is probably done with Mission Impossible. Like, he's getting old. And I'm guessing he wants to do some other stuff. But, hey, they left it open where they're like, oh, no, he could do another one. Like, okay.
I haven't seen the Final Reckoning yet. I do remember being disappointed with the last one. So it's kind of, I'm on reserve about this new one. But I will check it out at some point.
Yeah,
but yeah, especially if it's Tom Cruise's last movie, potentially, I can't see why they wouldn't put it out all in one nice collector set now that the franchise is said and done for the meantime.
Yeah. Now I'm expecting it this year at some point. Give it to me.
Okay, that's a good pick. Good pick, man. This one's also going to be a long shot in the dark. This is going to be my last long shot in the dark for sure. Just because I put it on here and then I realized who owns it now, and I was like, oh, that's definitely not gonna fucking happen. But I'm gonna go Lake Placid on 4K.
Oh, okay. Who owns that?
So it's under 20th Century Fox.
Lost in the
Disney.
vault.
Yeah, Disney, baby.
I don't even think they're on their streaming service.
The first one might be. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, definitely not the sequels.
No. So I was just kind of thinking, you know, we got Deep Blue Sea last year, early in the year, and then we got Anaconda at the end of the year. I was like, what a kind of perfect way to roll out this giant animal attack movies from the 90s with ending it off with the, you know, Lake Placid, the giant crocodile.
They're the three like staple animal attack movies from when I was a teenager. Those three. Like they're the end all.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, why not like have somebody kind of cool, even just put it out on a standard 4K steelbook, kind of like what they did with Anaconda. I don't need huge mega releases for this. Just one new featurette that's like 20 minutes long with some returning characters would be kind of cool. Like, of course, you can't get Betty White now, but you know, you can get Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman. I don't think you can get the girl. Bridget Fonda quit acting years ago, but Oliver Platt, he's still active. He's around. I've seen him in a couple End of the World movies in the last few years.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be pretty pumped to come back to kind of talk about the movies. So, yeah, I think Lake Placid. I'm not saying it's a for sure thing. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me if it did come out this year.
Yeah, I agreed. And I know Scream Factory put out a standard Blu-ray because I have that, and that was years ago. So if they're going to, it would probably be Scream because they're on a big re-release all their movies kick. If they still have the rights, they probably don't.
That's the Yeah, that's the thing, right? I don't know if they do. I know that Blu-ray is a bit of a bitch to get your hands on anymore, it seems like.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I got it back a few years ago, so it was cheap back then. But yeah, it's getting a little bit out of print at this point.
yeah, I don't even have it. I have the DVD. I think I run all that whole franchise on DVD still.
Yeah, I do have all the sequels on that 4-pack. I think it's all the
Yep.
sequels. It's like 4 of them. Those movies are so bad, those sequels, but they're also fun.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh no,
I'm gonna no, I'm gonna try to do it maybe this year. Is kind of run through like the Anaconda and the Lake Placid movies, but
the Anaconda ones, like the second Anaconda movie, Hunt for the Blood Orchid. I actually think that's a pretty solid movie. I think where they go with that is pretty cool. There's some good scenes, giant freaking anaconda orgy at the end that they fall into. Like it's creepy as shit. But yeah, they turn into that like Sharknado CG after that. But the second one's
yeah,
still good.
okay. Should have put that one down here for getting a 4K release this year.
All right.
All right, what's your next one?
I'm gonna go with one that's a little bit of a it's a little bit of a downer. I'll explain why. And I think Scream Factory is going to give us a box set of all of their Chucky 4Ks that they've released on 4K. I think they're going, now that they've released them all individually in the last 2 years, I think that they're going to stick them all together and give us a cool 4K box set.
Nope, won't do
No?
it. Nope, I won't
think
buy
it's
it.
almost a guarantee. I won't buy it either because that's what I meant by downer. But I mean, they just got all the rights to these movies. They released them all once on 4K. I'm just assuming they're gonna soak this one more time before their exclusive rights privileges run out. And if they give you a nice box like they've done with tons of their stuff, Omen, Fly, Friday 13th, tons of awesome boxes. If they give you a nice box, it would be tempting. So I don't know. We'll see. That's a crazy.
That would be crazy. I mean, the problem with that is that you already have Arrow's 4K box set release.
You do.
And I don't think that box set included the remake. So that would be something that Scream Factory would have on them. But
Yep.
and you might have something
complete
too
set.
because yeah, so they would have the total complete franchise set. And yeah, you might be right with them milking it, but I think they're going to go the Steelbook route. I mean, they've already announced, I think 1 through 3 has come out to a 4K Steelbook.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. So, all right. So that kind of, yeah, if they're planning on doing all the steel books first. Okay,
Yeah.
next year, we're going to get the full box set of steel books.
Yeah. No, you'll just get them in a standard edition box set, but
Yeah.
it'll just be one big set still.
Yes. All right. So that's what I meant by cool, but yet a downer at the same time because of how much they milk some shit. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a franchise that sells. Like everybody likes the Chucky movies, right? So like you keep releasing those, and I'm guessing they'll just keep selling.
That is true. And you know what? If you re-release them, like I know Seed of Chucky didn't come with both cuts of the movie on 4K. So if you release that one with both cuts on 4K, you might give it a little more incentive to buy it. Because that was the one thing that Arrow did different. They had both cuts of the film on 4K.
Yep.
but they didn't have the original movie on 4K itself. They just had a Blu-ray 4K scan.
Oh, okay, like
But
an up-res deal.
yeah, but the rest of the franchise was on 4K. So I mean, if you give some certain incentive and you make that box look fucking real good, like
Yeah.
real good, because otherwise nobody's gonna spend that kind of money on it. I don't think.
No, I know, especially when you already own them all. It'd be a risk that they would take for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who
I mean,
knows?
yeah. I mean, there's 7 movies. I spent like $32 at least on every movie. Like,
Yeah, you're already looking
fuck.
at $250 spent on the series to get it on 4K.
Yeah. Just to put them all together, I can get somebody to commission me some art on Etsy or something like that. Put them in a box myself. Fuck.
That it is true. I know. I know.
I'll get Sam to fucking bring me home a box. I'll just throw them in that and throw some good guy dolls, wrapping
Yes.
paper on it. Call it a day.
Yeah, I would too, because honestly, I don't agree with some of the practices of that they prey on us collectors, but I I don't know, man. I I just think it's a possibility.
You know what?
So
I don't see it out of the realm of possibility either. I could see it.
that's the thing.
Um,
So it feels like it's impossible, and you'd have to be stupid. But I still don't put it past them. So we'll see.
they limit it to like 5,000 copies. They'll be
Yeah,
sold within a day.
yeah, it'd probably sell out in a day. It,
Yeah,
it probably would.
fucking crazy, man.
All right, let's
We're
get off that.
used. We're used and abused. That's physical media collectors. We're used and abused.
In some instances, yes. If you let them take you, they will.
Yeah. All right. Here's my last kind of random. This was my last pick, actually. I had to do it today because I had my last pick before this was The Conjuring 2, and it was leaked, announced on Dawn of the Discs. So I took it off, pissed off, and had to try to find something new today. Um, so this is another one that I think could use. I think we're getting Insidious on a 4K this year, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with a movie that came out in the same kind of year or around that same time, and it's dubbed, scientifically the scariest movie of all time, and that is Sinister. I'm gonna go with a Sinister 4K release. Um,
I would love it. I
I would
actually
too.
do consider Sinister one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. That's one of my
It's
faves.
it's definitely very atmospheric. I haven't seen it in a while, but I only own it on DVD, so I would like to see it upgraded to a 4K. Um, I don't know why those Blu-rays that Blu-ray just seems like that, and the second one are just kind of like impossible to kind of find.
Yeah, they were like individual releases and just disappeared. It hasn't had
Yeah,
re-releases.
no, it hasn't. So I would like to see it get a. I think this again an updated soundtrack would look really good. I think the only part that would kind of fail is it's 16 millimeter
Yeah,
camera
yes,
segments.
watching the snuff films.
Yeah, because that would it would. I don't know how you could do that and make it still look grainy and shitty, because that's kind of the entire point of that segment, right? To throw you off.
Yeah, it adds to the
So
atmosphere in those scenes.
yeah, and would it be too jarring if it was a little more cleaned up? I don't know. I know when I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original on it was no, it was I can't remember if it was the original or the sequel. Pretty sure it was the original where they like cut back in and like splice stuff from VHS tapes or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, the quality of this isn't going to look very good, but we tried our best." Fucked, is it like? It's like, whoa, we just.
Catches you
I'm not
off guard.
watching. Yeah, I'm not watching a movie no more. You know what I mean? Like it's such a jarring effect to try to do something like that. So I'm like, would it work? Would it not? I'm like, I don't know, but I guarantee you it would definitely feel good with the upgrade just for a new soundtrack audio
Oh
mix,
fuck yeah. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie is the sound, the score. To me, it has one of the best horror movie scores ever, and he brought it back a little bit in Black Phone 2 as well,
Yep.
where he you could hear that like V8, like the film reel sound
Yep.
that he gets going. You could hear that in Black Phone 2 as well, and I appreciated that a lot because yeah, I absolutely love Sinister. I swear by that movie. I've seen it probably 30 times, and it still freaking gets me on some of those, like watching the snuff film shit, especially obviously the major jump scare, which is like one of the best jump scares of all time, I think. And with the lawnmower scene,
Yes.
just brutal.
There's a
But yeah,
lot of effective jump scares in that movie.
there is it's like jump scare king, and it's so well done and just brutal ending too. Sick to your stomach feeling. You just like I didn't even go to the theater to watch that, and it's one movie that I regret not seeing in the theater because the feeling of depression when you get up in a movie like nobody's happy. You're just like,
Yep.
oh man, and everybody's walking to their car with like depressed look on their face. Like I don't know, it's cool. I like that. But yeah, I'd take Sinister in any form on 4K.
Awesome. All right, buddy. I think we're down to our final three.
Yeah, I only got a couple left here, so I'm going to go with one that I think is pretty much a guarantee. It hasn't been announced, not to my knowledge, and my knowledge isn't that good because I don't really keep up to date. I am gonna go with The Fly.
Oh.
40th anniversary is this year. And I'm guessing I don't think The Fly has gotten a 4K release, not to my knowledge at all. It has the cool Blu-ray collection from Scream Factory that I have, but no individual 4K release. And I think I would love a 4K steelbook of this movie because I think you could put some really freaking good artwork on this steelbook because it's just how gruesome the movie is. Like I want you to gross me out with the steelbook. I want the nail. I want the teeth. Like I just want it to let people know that you're watching one of the greatest body horror movies of all time. 40th anniversary seems like a fitting time.
I think that's a great pick. Who owns this movie? Just out of curiosity.
You got me. I have no clue.
Because it's pretty shocking to me that Scream Factory hasn't done a release yet.
Yeah, because they had the rights. They released all 5 of the movies on Blu-ray in the nice box up there. And
I want to say it's 20th Century Fox, man.
Is it Disney that owns it now?
I'm gonna look now.
If so, it's a lot less likely, but they did just give Rocky Horror a really nice steelbook release this year, which I was not like. Honestly, it was coming into the 50th anniversary, and I was like, "No, they're not going to do it. They're never going to put it out. Disney owns it." And then they shocked me, and they released it. I was like, "Oh, coming out of nowhere, Disney to shock me with something." So, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it is 20th Century Fox was the distributor of the movie. So
All right.
we'll have to kind of see. The 40th anniversary, I mean, Disney seems to be doing that. You look at Rocky Horror Picture Show's their 50th anniversary. So
beautiful steelbook on that too.
Yeah, excellent. So I don't think you're out of the realm of possibility as much as at the beginning of this conversation I thought that we might be. But I think you might be onto something here with that because they do like their 25-year anniversaries, everything like that. So
yeah, anniversaries is probably where you're gonna get Disney releasing stuff. All right, any of the companies that are main focused on streaming right now, they'll still give you releases, but it's usually going to be the anniversary stuff, I'm guessing. So that's why I went with a couple from on this list that were based on a big milestone.
Okay, smart. I didn't even think about that, but that's a great call. Debating on which one I want to pick and which one I kind of want to end with here.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I mean, I think for the most part, I think all mine are gonna end up being Arrow video releases or Vinegar Syndrome. That's what I'm gonna lead that off. So
Right.
I'm gonna go with with Freddy versus Jason getting a 4K release this year from Arrow Video.
Yep. I can see that happening. They're going through the Friday the 13th series, like the newer ones. They didn't touch those old ones, but they've gone through the Jason X, the Jason Goes to Hell. They did, right?
Yeah, and the remake, but all those were owned by. I'm not sure if the remake was owned by a different company or not, but like Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell were owned by, I believe, a separate company. It'd be
It's like New Line Cinemas or something.
yeah, which I think is an offshoot of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a complicated mess, that situation.
yeah, so I can definitely see potentially them bringing that movie back this year. I mean, it'll be a couple years past its 20th anniversary, but I mean, if they hold the rights now and they could potentially be losing them, Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow Video will be hopping on this movie, I think, this year.
Totally, definitely. I could see that. And I never picked up those other two releases. I wanted
I didn't
to.
either.
I was tempted, but that Friday the 13th set is so finished to me.
Yep.
Like, I think the only way I ever buy these movies again is if they give me like a 4K box set that beats that Blu-ray set. I'm just sold on it. It might be the best, coolest piece in my entire collection. Not even close to like most expensive, but just the one I'm the happiest to have. One of the top ones. It's because I grew up watching those movies like you and a million other people, like 1,000 times when I was a kid. So it's proud to have.
It's got everything you want. You know what I mean? Like it's got every movie included from it. It's not like you're stuck with the original 8 or you're stuck with Freddy versus Jason, Jason X, and Jason Goes to Hell in one. Mm-hmm. It's got everything. It is a finished box set. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need anything else.
It is. But with that said, I do agree with your prediction. I do think that they'll keep going, and that one seems next on the list. And I might buy Freddy versus Jason. It is a good standalone. Like, what's that?
It's fun.
Yes, it is. It's underrated. People gave it a lot of hate, and they're forgetting that, yes, it doesn't matter how good the movie is. Like, you know how awesome the feeling of having Freddy and Jason in one movie was when it came out? Like, that's the selling point. Who cares if the lead actress is shit? It was...
What's that one girl's name? The black girl? Is it Brandy? Isn't her name just Brandy?
That's Kelly Rowland. She's from Destiny's Child. She's okay. It's that lead actress with the giant boobs. I know they cast her for the boobs because when she talks, I'm like, oh no. It's like porno quality of acting. And I've never seen her in a movie since. So I'm pretty sure everybody else thought that too.
I've seen her in something else.
Have you?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is now, but I've definitely seen her in something else. And not that long ago, too, because I was like, I know her from somewhere. And then Sam was like, oh, it's the girl from... Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
I mean, I think if you do Freddy versus Jason 2 and you do like kind of like their split face mask kind of thing, what they've been doing with the rest of them, but just have Freddy and Jason on either side.
That fits perfectly.
Yeah,
that almost seems like a shoe-in, basically, that prediction. Just makes sense.
All right, Beau, what's your next pick?
All right. I have a couple left here, and they're not. My one that I'll save for the end is more exciting. My other one I have to choose from. This is another one that's like personal. So I didn't know whether to even put it down because I know like no one cares but me. But it's the Rush Hour trilogy on 4K. And I know they're in the middle of making Rush Hour 4. So what better time than to put out the first 3? But I love the Rush Hour movies, especially number 1 and number 2. And I don't have number 2 in any format whatsoever. And the only way to buy it is on a Blu-ray trilogy pack. And it bothers me because I own the first one and the third one on Blu-ray already.
Yep.
And it bothers me to pay the price tag just to get that second movie, and it pisses me off. And yeah, the first Rush Hour movie is like when I was young. I was really young when I watched it, and I just fell in love with Jackie Chan as an actor. And I have seen almost his entire catalog. I've only not seen some of the really early ones that are hard to even find any copy to watch. And I love him as an actor. And I think these are the 2 of his best roles in the first and second movie. So I would love to get these on 4K. And they also have good soundtracks, lots of good music throughout them. So yeah, I'm throwing that out there. I know it's niche as shit, but there's got to be some Rush Hour fans still left on YouTube.
I'm sure there is, especially if they're. I'm sure there is, especially as they're putting out a 4th movie. We got Chester here commenting. If I can find my mouse, there we go. Chris Tucker is always hilarious.
Oh I love Chris Tucker. Him and Jackie Chan together are just magic. They're like movie magic. Play off each other so well.
You know what?
Chris Tucker is probably his best roles because of that.
I don't think I have seen a Rush Hour movie all the way through.
No, that's what I said by niche. Not a lot of people really care enough about the genre. But it's more than, it's not just your typical martial arts movie. It's like a crime thriller. There is some good martial arts scene, and then you got Jackie Chan obviously doing all of his own crazy stunts where he gets fucking hurt really badly in almost every movie he's in because of it. And then you got the combination of Chris Tucker's ridiculous humor. I am interested to see where a 4th movie can take us because the content is not friendly to today's audience of the first few movies. It's a lot of black and Chinese racism back and forth. But I mean, it's hilarious. Like people, you're dying laughing 25 years ago. Why can't you die laugh now? I don't get it. And it's also them making fun of themselves, making fun of everybody. It's not just pinpointing out anybody. It's just everyone's on the table. Everyone gets stabbed. That's the way I like it. But yeah,
that's the way it should be too, right?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah,
I don't think that's not a bad call, especially if they put out 1 through 3 out on 4K now. They'll get to re-release it in a box set after, so they'll get the double dip, right?
I'm guessing that's what would happen. We're gonna get the first movie. They'll test the waters. They'll put the first one out on 4K, see if it sells, and then go from there. If they sell, then we'll probably get one final box set. Might even come out like later when the 4th movie comes out. But
yeah, which you'd hope.
Yeah.
Nice. Right. I think it's a good pick. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen them, and I think I was more into Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights.
Yeah, I love
those.
That
was my too. Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, those are good as well. Really young. What's his name that plays Craven the Hunter in the new movie? Big tanked up guy. Fuck, British actor. Oh, I can never remember his name. But anyways, he's a little kid, like probably
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yes, Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's about maybe 10 years old in Shanghai Nights.
Really?
Yeah, he plays Charlie Chaplin. Plays
Oh,
and because they go to that one's a period piece, right? Just like the first. And Charlie Chaplin is the little kid that's like stealing everything. He's a homeless kid and he's stealing shit out of people's pockets and stuff. That's Aaron Taylor Johnson playing that role.
holy shit! I'm gonna look up a picture of him later. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Really young.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, that's a good pick, man. Let's see. I got two, and I'm gonna end. This is kind of everybody's been craving this movie or this mini series to get a re-release on 4K, and it just seems like one that just keeps getting pushed and pushed. And with Warner Brothers, potentially closing that deal, and with how Arrow Video just released Salem's Lot on 4K in a mini TV format and a movie format, I think we're going to get the 1990s It miniseries release this year.
On 4K, that
Yep.
would make sense. That'd look good too. That's one that could use a good scrub up because I have the Blu-ray. It looks like it's DVD quality, and I know that's
Yeah.
partially because it's a made-for-television thing, but it would look a bit better with a 4K scrub.
Man, the colors of the balloons on 4K would just fucking pop. Pennywise himself would pop. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like, he's so much more colorful than the Skarsgård. Pennywise. He's colorful. He's bright. Even like the world around him, as dark as the sequences are, they still tend to be shot in broad daylight, and it's more daylight. Like it feels like a 80s Stephen King movie still. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So I'm going with that one. Not that I think that
it'd be a hot seller too.
I'd buy it. That'd be day one for me, I think.
Yeah, there's lots of people that consider that movie like far superior to the remakes. And
yeah, we got Ryan Swayze right away.
Yeah, a lot of people. Like it's lit. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos where they're like, "Yeah, the remakes were okay, but the original's where it's at." I'm in that boat as well, but it's only I think it's because I watched it really young. Like,
yeah,
I was 5 when that movie came out. I probably watched it a couple years later, so I'm guessing I was like 7 years old. So it's like right around that perfect age where you're gonna grow up with not idolizing, the wrong word, being in love with the killer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that people have just been kind of clamoring for this one as well, especially since the remakes came out. And well, here Ryan's already throwing it out here. He thinks Tim Curry is way scarier than Bill Skarsgård, and I'm not going to disagree with you. But I definitely think that Tim Curry is scarier in his own way.
Yes. It's hard to compare the two because on one hand, Tim Curry is doing everything himself. Yeah. And Bill Skarsgård has the power of insane CG helping him out. So it's a bit hard. Like Tim Curry's selling that classic clown, creepy, doing most of the effects himself just by selling his personal look. Where Skarsgård looks creepy, but I mean, every time he's the scariest is when they've CG'd the shit out of his face and made his mouth open up really wide and stuff that you can't do unless you have modern technology. But
yeah,
a little bit of a fair disadvantage there.
Yeah, but I think the scariest thing is that for the most part, Tim Curry feels like a real person, a real clown. You know what I mean? Like
That's
he
what I meant.
feels like a predator in these movies, in a sense that Ted Bundy was a predator. Like he has this persona of being this happy-go-lucky clown, but once he sees an opportunity to get you, you're taken. Whereas Bill Skarsgård just kind of seems like a fucking crazy person to begin with.
Yeah, and more of a monster. Like
Yes.
it's an actual like living monster being from outer space kind of thing. Where Tim Curry's, yeah, he's just your neighborhood serial killer killing
Yeah.
children. Mhm.
Like the whole clown part for Bill Skarsgård thing was kind of forgotten about. He's like, I'm just gonna take the look, but I'm not gonna change my personality with it. And he tries, but I don't think he does nearly as good as a job as Tim Curry does.
No, and that's saying a lot because that is Skarsgård. Like it is a good role. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
shitting on Skarsgård. Like he does nail it. Like his voice and the way his eyes are freaking looking most of the time. You're like, yeah, this guy's not someone you want to be around. So to each their own. But yeah, I would love a 4K of it,
Yeah, and
especially by itself, because like I said, I just got the old freaking Blu-ray, and it's Warner Brothers too, I believe, right?
yes, it is.
Yeah, so that makes sense as well. Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
so
Own-
Arrow did the Salem's Lot release where they released it as a miniseries and as a movie.
Yeah,
So I think, and that was a Warner Brothers release as well. So if they put that same kind of magic and love into an Arrow release, oh, sign me up. My money's gone. That's it, day one.
yep, I agree. I'd buy that too. You could put together a pretty nice steelbook with that as well.
Oh yeah, you could. All
Lots
right,
of.
what you got for your last pick?
All right, I this one is like you'll probably appreciate this pick, but I know a lot of other people wouldn't because these movies are, for the most part, hated with an extreme passion, and that is a 4K collection from Scream Factory of the entire Grudge American franchise. That's what I want because the first Grudge I have tons of. I know it's not unbelievably excellent movie, but I just have a lot of good memories with it. So it is an unbelievably excellent movie to me. And those two sequels, not the greatest. The 2019 one, I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty creepy. I thought it was cool to some of the kills they did in it. And I just want all these movies. Like we just got the Ring American collection. Was it last year or the year before? And I just wanted exactly like that. Like that same hard box, some nice artwork on it. Those four movies. There is only the four, I believe, of the American ones. And I
Yeah.
mean, two of those Ring movies are fucking utter trash, and they were willing to put those on 4K.
Well,
Like,
they knew you were gonna buy it just for the set, just to have the
that's
first one.
right. That's right. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they do the whole series. And I mean, they're like the competition, right? Back in the mid 2000s, Grudge and Ring were like the two American remake Japanese movies that were like the big deal, in my opinion.
You
But
know what?
yeah,
I I agree. I think that's awesome. I think I said that I wanted that when I did my box set review of The Ring.
yeah, I'm pretty sure too. That's why I remember hearing you say something about it. That's why I said I think you would appreciate it. I don't
Yeah,
know if anybody else would, but
that would make such a great companion piece, to have them side by side.
yeah, I agree. To
I
me,
don't,
they're both excellent.
yeah, I don't remember the two sequels, but I do have an affinity for the first film as well. I don't remember its two sequels, but I don't remember totally hating The Grudge 2019 either.
No, like it wasn't. We went to the theater to see it. It's not great, but it's
Mhm.
also not as shitty as I thought it was going to be. Like it was like okay, they're going in a totally different direction here. Like somebody just came in contact with somebody that stepped foot in that original house, and now they're bringing this whole new story to America
Yeah,
instead of
they're create their own curse, their own Grudge American curse, basically, right?
yes, yeah, it's a new one starting basically. And I like
Yeah,
that.
like it had dark imagery. It had a good couple jump
Did
scares from what I remember
old
getting me in
lady that
theaters.
like was grinding her teeth out of her mouth. Like it was really gross. She was
I think it
flossing.
was Lin Shaye.
Yeah, yes, it was Lin Shaye.
Yeah.
Like flossing her teeth right out of her freaking mouth, which was brutal. It had moments, cool moments, but yeah, the whole series just on 4K. Like I have the first one on Blu-ray. I have the remake on Blu-ray. I have the second and third one on DVD, and they're just like The Grudge 2 also has its moments. The third one's an utter disaster. That was like one of those straight to DVD releases that are super, they feel straight to DVD. But the second movie had its moments as well. It had some decent jump scares. But yeah, leave it at that.
You made me want to rewatch the 2019 one because I don't think I've seen it since theaters.
Yeah, I've only watched it once since theaters, and it was like a year or two ago. Okay. And I remember in the theater coming out being like, yeah, that was kind of shit. And then when on my rewatch a couple years ago, it bumped up a bit. I think I bumped it up to like a 3.5 out of 5 from probably like a 2.5 before.
Okay.
Kind of shocking. Yeah.
Well, I like that pick.
Yeah, just it's hard. It's hard making things that you actually think could happen predictions.
Yeah.
You walk a fine line between what you think's going to happen and what you want to happen.
Yes. I know. I tried to go for movies that I thought would definitely be in the realm of possibility, at least.
Yeah. Bigger. Yours, honestly, your picks, there's more of a chance of it actually happening. I have a few where there's some good chances, but a couple of those are like, probably not.
Yeah.
But whatever. We'll see.
Hi, Bruce.
I'll keep this list and we'll do an episode at the end of the year.
See how many got right.
Yeah.
Oh, I do got one more pick, and this is going to be one of my it just seems the most likely to happen after this year. And that's A Nightmare on Elm Street remake coming to 4K.
Oh no. Not that one.
Yep. I have come on. You can't just put out 7 of the movies. You got to put them all out. I
agree. That's the one thing that made me not really want to buy that beautiful Steelbook collection, even though I think that movie is fucking garbage. It wasn't a complete set, and it bothered me when something isn't completed. So I hope so on that one.
I hope so too. And there's been a lot of predictions of it getting an Arrow 4K release. I don't think that will happen for this movie, but it would be nice still.
It seems a little too hated to get like an insane treatment. To me, they should have just threw it in the damn box set, because like I don't think a whole lot of people are going to go out of their way to buy this by itself, because like everyone I've ever heard, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they liked the movie and thought it was really good. All I've ever heard is it was okay to it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, you're building a market for completionists, right? You know?
Yes.
And I'm one of those people. I would get it.
I would too. I don't like not having a complete set. It bothers me.
Yeah. And I'm not the hugest fan of this movie either, but I think it has enough going for it for me to give it a rewatch. I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I would like to give it a rewatch, and I've been waiting for that 4K.
Yep, I agree.
It would also be really cool if Arrow did put it out, and then we got like the cast to come back to do like hardcore interviews about like their experience on set, because like the main actress was going to quit acting after this movie, and the director hated his life, and there's so much behind the scenes stuff. So it'd be so much cooler if it was out of Warner Brothers' control and have honest reviews. Like Marcus Nispel had a interview on Friday the 13th or it was one of the Arrow releases of this year, talking about how he was having such a bad time filming that he was like, I'm not doing mainstream stuff ever again. So it'd be cool to have some honest interviews on there.
There is a lot that would be nice to hear as well. And that's why a boutique label needs to do it. Because that's the only way you'll get the honest interviews.
Yes.
I honestly, it would be cool to see that. It'd be cool to have, what's his name come back too? Oh my God, Freddie.
Oh, Jackie or Haley?
Yes. Because he was coming off of 2 years where he was landing like blockbuster roles. Like he plays Rorschach in Watchmen, who is an amazing character. Like Rorschach was pop culture basically when he did that role. And then he did this movie, and then he just disappeared off planet Earth for 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much. I just saw him in a movie last year for the first time.
Yes. So I would love to hear what he thinks of taking on Freddy character did for his career, because I'm assuming that's partially why nobody gave him a job, or either that or he was just like, fuck this, and quit Hollywood for a while. I don't actually know. I'm
not sure either. It would be cool to hear his story though.
Yes, I would appreciate that. That would be cool. Come on, Arrow. Give us.
Let's see it.
There's at least 2 buyers right here. Comes out and it only actually sells 2 copies.
Yeah. The worst part is we wouldn't have been on time to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sells 2 copies and I still have to pay a fucking insane premium.
Yep. Awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. There's our lists for our predictions. We definitely are going to have to keep these, and next year when we do our old lists or our new lists, we'll have to see how many we got right for this year.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'll keep this piece of paper. I'll rip it out of this book and stick it away, pull it out in a year, and we'll compare and see how many out of 10. I'm guessing, like, you never actually know. I say that all my picks are unreasonable, but nothing's unreasonable in today's world. We're getting everything constantly. There's like hundreds of movies getting physical releases every month, which is crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree. We'll have to see. Beau, but actually, let me hear real quick. Bronson has been a member for 11 months. Can you guys imagine Tim Curry as Beetlejuice?
No, I can't, because I think Keaton kind of nails that role for me. But here's the thing: I'm not a huge Beetlejuice fan in general. The movie's mediocre for me. Yeah, Tim Curry can nail anything though. Like, I think Tim Curry's one of the greatest actors of all time. I think he's
amazing. I think you'd just be looking at a different type of Beetlejuice. I think it'd be more so of Tim Curry and like Scary Movie 2. I think that'd be more so the Beetlejuice that you'd be looking at.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's great. Here, I'm gonna do a we haven't done one of these in a while, but we'll give you a super chat there. I haven't done one in a long time, so here you go. Congratulations on 11 months.
Oh, you killed Duncan. Let's just go to a hotel and just relax for the night, and maybe we could get into something.
I love it. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely have to touch base on our list next year. Beau, thank you so much for coming on with me as always. Can you let everyone know where to find you, what you're up to, if you got anything going on?
Yeah, right here on YouTube, Critic After Dark. I will get some stuff going at some point here. Right now I'm on a little bit of a taking a break, playing some video games, doing some other stuff, watching some hockey.
Oh, yeah,
for for wrestling, got Royal Rumble coming up, which is like one of my favorite wrestling events every year. So yeah, little pumped for a lot of other forms of entertainment, but I'm still watching a shit ton of movies. I just need to start like doing something with them. So I'll be back real soon. In the meantime, you can catch me right here because me and Brendan have at least one more episode coming out this month that I know of. So
Yep, we do got one more, and I'll kind of segue into what I got coming out this month, or for a little bit. Let's see. So on this Wednesday, Sean is going to be on, and we're going to be discussing Motel Hell.
Nice.
And then I don't think my next live stream is until the following Wednesday, where you'll be on with Rob, and we'll be talking about the Invisible Raptor.
Yeah. I'm yet to watch this. I'm saving it till we get closer to the stream. That way I can give you my fresh thoughts. Interesting.
I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Other than that, there's going to be some physical media stuff, of course, at the beginning and the end of the month with hauls and what's coming out for the month of February. We also have our Screamies Award show coming out February, I believe, 12th as well.
Yeah, super pumped for that. That's
going
to be fun.
Definitely, same. And then I already got all next month booked, actually, which is
nice.
Kind of, yeah. There's not as many live streams. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. I'm booked in with Sean quite a bit next month. Because we're doing the Scream franchise before the 7th movie comes out, so we got quite a bit going on in that department. I did schedule stuff, and I've already started planning for March as well. So stuff is still happening here, of course, as always. But we will be taking the first week of February. We'll be off 100% for Sam.
Yeah, to try and get the award show done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Make sure everybody tunes in that can.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm super excited.
It's gonna be fun. And I'm excited to see like what wins all the categories, because we don't even know. Like I only know what won the categories that I'm going to be presenting. So there's a lot of fun to have just between us doing it as well.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. So yeah, I just know what won for my categories as well. Like we decided to keep it a secret just so we would get real, genuine reactions from the hosts.
Yes. Well, I'll be dressing up. I think we're all dressing up a bit, like nice clothes. Gonna make it prestigious. I'm pumped.
Awesome. Same here. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share this video, as well as give it some hype points as well after it is finished. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and always remember to stay